All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. So great to see all of you guys. Hi. Thanks. Great, guys. Welcome to Rock and Talk episode 21. Tonight we have a guest. He's my cousin. He is Shaun. We started playing metal, and we grew up playing metal actually. We formed a band, and that's GOTHMIQ as well. All right, so the guest is already here tonight. I'm going to just wait for just another 30 seconds and we'll start this off. Just hold on a second. Right, nice to see you guys, all of you. Cool. Great. Hi Udipan. Hi Bhauju. Hi Didi. Hi Saurav. Shaun's here. Hello Udipan. It's been a while. Wow. Great. So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and bring in the guest. Bro, let's go. Just a moment, I'm sending you a request right away. There you go. All right, waiting. Yes, Sudipan, it's been a while now. I mean, right. So, brother, what's up?
Hello. Well, nothing much. I've been just waiting for your this thing to come up.
Okay, great. I think you're slightly audible. Can you increase your volume or something? Can you do something about it?
Uh, let's see what I can do. Is it better now?
Yes, it's much better. Hi, John.
Okay. I find the earrings much more comfortable to do stuff with. This is only for other stuff. The bad habit, not switching it off.
Right, great,
All
brother.
right.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I've been following this show and so many seasons you've done, and I must tell you, this is a great thing that you're doing. And I haven't seen many people doing this in this pandemic. Well, in other business they might have done it, but in our music business, which is basically the underground scene, there's less of these things happening. So anyways, you're doing a good job. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
And I've seen all the episodes. It was all fun. Let's see how it goes on.
Right, all right. So let's go ahead and start with a little lick exchange, or to call it guitar conversation. Let's do that and we'll see how this goes.
Okay, let's see. This is one of the first kind that I'm trying to do here in this kind of live setup. So I don't know how it goes. Let's try this.
Right, it's just just GOTHMIQ boys in the screen, and I think it's going to be a thrashy night.
Well, we sure have jammed so many million times like so far. But this is
Right.
in a different platform. That's it. Come on, let's bring
All
it
right,
in.
let's go.
Can you play something? Pretty much decent. A little bit increased might help. A little more. Good, good. It's audible to me. Is it audible?
Yes, it is. Could you increase slightly? Just a little bit. Yes.
Better? Wow. Yes. All right.
Crazy jam, as always.
As always.
As always. All
Insane.
right. So,
Well, in this
well, I know
lockdown,
you
we
so
haven't been
well.
able to. In this lockdown, we haven't been able to jam off late, but it's good to jam like this as well. I hope we could jam
Yes.
simultaneously together, but the delay and the lag, that will kill it every time. So,
Yes.
anyways,
There's this
everyone who
latency
joined in,
issue.
yeah, everyone who joined in, thank you very much for joining in. Over to you, Eddie.
Right. So let's go ahead and get to know you a little bit. Let's get to know about your story. I know a lot of things about you, but so right now it's not I, it's we. So we would like to know. So
Okay.
a lot of things actually. So could you take us back and share a little about your story and how you got into this, how you got into music, especially?
Well, music, I don't know where to begin. It was there since I started feeling sense of myself, like back in the days from Chitrahar, when we were in primary school and all of that. So, but then being that said, when I was in school time, there were some good scene happening background in Arunachal Pradesh, where I'm coming from. So my friends and all, my elders, my brothers, and all uncles and everybody, they were into music. A good scene was there. I could, get inspired from them. So we used to listen to. I mean, I used to get tapes or CDs or cassettes from friends. They used to be of ABBA and Michael Jackson or those Bon Jovi, Aerosmith, and those kind of stuff. Those days, and Eagles,
Yes.
of course, and or that Lobo and all that kind of stuff. So, meanwhile, this was all happening, but I was not into playing in as such. I was much interested in listening and feeling about it. So, by the time I came to Bangalore, that time the scene was hot here. My seniors and my friends around, they were into music, and I could, you know, I could experience the live kind of music, what it is. So there used to be a group of boys who used to jam into my cousin's place where we used to hang out, and they used to, play Ozzy Osbourne or Creed and that kind of songs. So this was the first kind of songs that were coming to me. Meanwhile, I skipped one thing. There was when I was in schooling back in Arunachal Pradesh, Metallica Black album. One of my friend had that album, so he simply played it on his stereo. And then after listening to that Enter Sandman, I believe that was a song the first time I ever heard without knowing anything about metal. And that was the first time I heard something that is very unusual for guitars. Like we haven't heard that kind of music in the conventional scene so far. So after every 30 seconds or 10 seconds, there's a crazy kind of lick or a solo that Kirk Hammett. Now I know that he's filling in that song, but that time is quite intense, and that kind of pulled me. But I was totally unaware of that thing. So after coming to Bangalore, I got to know that there are these kind of music as well and stuff. So I digged into Metallica a little bit more, and the first few songs were Whiplash, Hit the Lights, Master of Puppets, and this song really pulled me in. And there were days like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months continuously on my playlist, only these songs, nothing else. There have been so many music that is coming up, but I'll only stick to this. So that kind. And then slowly I got some motivation to play as well. And meanwhile, you also dropped down after a few years in Bangalore. Then
Yes. Yes.
this is all this.
Yeah.
After that, you know all the story, but this is for the viewers. Yeah. So once he jammed in, and when he came, I totally remember his guardians told me that keep this boy away from guitar. The first thing they told me, just that he focuses on studies at that point in time. But then I thought within myself, okay, this is the guy I need to hang out with. So then we started living together, and then there were some guitars that we borrowed in from our friends and stuff, and we had crazy time. And after that, the practice years, I would say, 2008 or something, 2006 or 7, I started learning chords or something like that, like um, A, A chord, G chord, or those basic 2, 3 chords, and try to hum with friends and stuff. But then later,
Yeah.
after getting my own guitar, after getting my own, after getting a job, the first thing I bought was guitar, and then started practicing. That you already know, and we did together. So those were the days when you used to practice like 6 hours, 8 hours back to back, until you realize that you drooled over your guitar from here and it's falling on your fretboard, and then you realize, okay, now it's too much we have played. Let's get back to normality and stuff. So crazy, wild
That's
times
right.
we had. It's all fun. So I would say those years of 2000, basically 8, 9, 10, 11, those were our crazy days all over around JP Nagar, Raghunali, Gotigre, and all those places. So hidden scene was happening. So and then in the meantime, there was our another brother called Rahul, who is right now in New Zealand, and this guy was also with us for the viewers. So
Yeah, the
Eddie, me, and
co-founding member, I
Rahul.
think.
Yeah, core-founding member, we can say. So earlier we used to jam like crazy, and this guy, middle of the night, middle of the day, anytime you tell we are jamming, you would come up, and we would have a gala time over there. And then we also kind of formed a small band or an initial project that was called Silver Suitcase. We didn't have a drummer, and we used to play a suitcase. You remember? So
Yes.
that was a crazy
Crazy
time.
times.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we used to jam up over Hotel California or Nirvana songs and all the slow rock kind of scene that time. So that was actually the
All right. The network issue is kicking in. Let's wait for a little while. Maybe this will get resolved itself. Are we back? Yes, I think so. We are back. It's frozen. Freeze. All right. Let's wait a little more. All right, cool. We are back. No? Hi, Vastav. Yeah, silver suitcase. Yes.
audible now. Okay, great. So yeah, Silver Suitcase. So getting back from there, after that, we thought this is on a layman level, so let's name it properly, and then we decided a name that is still we are following with, that is called GOTHMIQ, and it's a fun thing that we're doing. And the first thing that we did as three of us, like you, me, and Rahul, we did a radio shows and other shows here and there, which on a small scale, but still that was really a
Yes.
huge push for people like us. So that kept us motivated, and we went ahead with that. And after that, he had to move out. So once he moved out, we had time and reason to think of new people and new talent to work with and to jam with. And that's when we found these crazy boys right from Katie, Annie, and the frontman, Mr. Rahul Siddharth. So all these fantastic boys, they all jammed in some other ways. And earlier there was Dipine as well, but he was for a short period. And after that, this
Right.
crazy group was this 5 people, and they were all okay to continue this mission, kind of thrash mission. So all were in the same kind of genre as well. And then after that, we worked out slowly. In 2013, as a proper five-piece band, we started, doing concerts and programs here and there. And 2013 was the first fest we played together. And then after that,
Yes.
other shows, orchestras and stuff. So many things came up. That's how it began. And in between, we met a lot of other musicians as well, gathering ideas and stuff and things to do. And that's about it so far. So after that, it's all, I think everybody knows how it went. Right?
Right. Cool. Awesome. That's quite a story.
Thank you.
Right. So,
Silver Suitcase was fun, right?
yeah, silver suitcase was fun.
Might have
Hi,
to start it
Bhanaju.
back again someday.
All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and talk about why the guitars, and let's talk about your guitars as well. But out of all the instruments, what pushed you towards, or like the guitar came to you, or you went to the guitar? What happened?
Well, there are a lot of things into it. This is the first instrument I ever learned to play. That was in way back in class 1, I guess. My elder brother gifted me one
Oh,
when he went for a tour and he came back with a gift for me. This kind of thing, a bigger, longer 24 frets one. So that's when I learned a
okay.
little bit stuff on that. And that was just a layman stuff again. So since I was interested in music, whatever I could do myself. So far, things that I've learned, most of it is self-taught. So it's all because of my own interest. I've tried learning. And then apart from that, other instruments, I have tried my thing, but it didn't work out so great. Maybe there were less things to get inspired or something. But then guitars was something which was always around. So if you also notice that most of our cousins or elders and everybody, they have some of the other relationship with their guitars. Like somebody plays professionally, somebody plays for fun, somebody plays for passion. But all in all, they
Yes.
all play, right? So that way, in my home, there was a guitar. My elder brother had a guitar, though he never let me touch. At those times, I used to get my butt kicked out because of touching his guitars. But then it was all fun. So that was kind of, if you don't get something to do, you get more push towards doing it again, right? So that's probably
That's right.
one thing. Yeah. So apart from that, I was more focused on my career aspects as well and all of that. So only when I got my first guitar, I mean, after that, as I told you, all throughout my journey, I've seen a lot of people playing guitar, and it has different approach to music. Like it's more of not a plain set of it. You have your own creativity to involve into it, so that you bring out your own, personalized piece. So, for example, maybe that Furellis, that small piece of Furellis created by Beethoven or whoever. So even that, if you play in keyboard, you have straight notes to do, or maybe a little bit of intonation with that magical thing over there. But in guitar, I've seen people play in 10 or 15 different ways the same Furellis. So some plays in a simple note, some plays in a classical complex note, some play in a metal styles, different styles. So you can customize your kind of musical approach to anything. You can add your flavors to it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's one thing. And one false thing that people always think that playing guitar gets you girls and stuff. So that's all bogus. Never focus on that. If you're doing that for girls, so probably join Bollywood, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Don't play the guitar if you're doing it for that reason, right?
yeah, correct.
It's
So
a
if
myth.
that's the same, yeah, it's a total myth. So even the bassist would agree. Right? So that's the scene. So anyway, so that's why guitars. So I feel that this is the instrument which I should be playing.
Awesome. So let's talk about the guitars that you have. Could you show us the guitar that you have right now?
Oh
Which
well,
guitar you're
yes.
using?
I don't have a huge list. I've got a ESP V50, the basic one.
Right.
I don't know, the first electric guitar I picked. I felt like picking up a V guitar.
The
So
Sick Flying V.
yeah, hang on, I'll have to pull out my acoustic. It's in the case. Just a second.
All right, cool. Let's see the acoustic as well. Right. So, guys, I know that Shaun has this ESP Flying V, and you know that particular guitar that he has came before this particular guitar that I have in the band, and we used to rock on that particular guitar a lot. And later on, when I got this guitar, I started working out on this one. Right. So
So
that's
this
the
is
acoustic. I think that's an Yamaha.
this is my Yamaha FS100C. So the reason I got this guitar is it's got a cut. I don't know. I have a thing with the cut. I like guitars with this kind of cut. I somehow don't prefer buying the ones with the closed ones. So this is the recent addition to my guitar stock, and the
Cool.
one my my first weapon of destruction, the acoustic, the Black Panther. So
Yeah, the Black Panther.
that is officially retired from any kind of music, but I still feel happy to play that guitar. It's very soft and smooth, but the sound quality has deteriorated in the recent days. So, anyways, it is not currently with me. It's in Coorg. So one of our very cool friend, he's into it. He's using it. So I'm
Kavariappa.
also happy about it. Yeah, Kaveriappa. So he's got
Yes.
that. So these two. Apart from that, I have my rig consists of Pod SD 500. So
Yes.
this gives me all the tones that I have. Basically, I'm not such a techno guy who has all the gadgets or things in place to play guitar. I am a kind of person who would just plug in and start playing without bothering much about the sound, though it is not a right approach altogether. So recently, when I got this, I took help from Premik, who recently come up to your uh, live telecast as well. So he's a great guy, great musician, and he has immense knowledge on the sounds and tones and how to work with it. So he helped me a lot to find out the basic initial tones. So I did some of my, over the period, I did some of my experiments with the sound, and this is what I have right now. So apparently, unfortunately, after this buy, I haven't been able to take this to any on stage concerts and stuff. And again, this Corona, so I have for the better days gonna come.
Right. So let's talk about guitars a little more. Do you have any guitar that is specific to you? Maybe you'd want to have it, something interesting.
There, your guitar. It's got a flight roof. So, anyways,
Yes.
jokes apart,
Yeah.
I've been eyeing on this solar guitars. So recently,
Yeah,
this
solar
thing
guitars.
came
Oh my
recently
God.
in the
Yeah.
market. Yeah. So, but then it's earlier that kidney thing used to be said for iPhones. I would say this for solar guitars. Like you'll have to sell your kidney for getting a solar guitar. So, but then they are fantastic guitars. The fit, the finish, the smoothness, and everything about that guitar I've seen so far. I haven't yet able to play that, but then by the looks of it, by the reviews of it, and the feel of it, it looks superb, and the sound also is amazing. And I hope that one day I'll be playing that. Apart from that, there are other choices as well. I mean, obviously, guitarists would have hundreds of guitars in their mind, but then you cannot get all of them at the same time, right? So apart from that, Jackson with ESP EMG pickup, and then ESP guitars with EMG pickup. That is I'm eyeing on. So not a
Wow.
particular model to it. Preferably the classic M series kind of model that you have right now. Because over the years I've been playing this V guitar, so I came
Yes.
across few of the limitations that you have while playing a V guitar. As though
Yeah.
there are some benefits as well, but limitations would be like you might not be able to play it while slouching down on your bed or trying to sit down and play. You'll have to constantly stand or sit in this position and fix it inside your leg, and you know how it does.
Yes.
So that is one limitation. So this is the position to play. Otherwise, the other guitar you can play this way, you can play this way, and you can sit down, you can sleep and play. So there's a lot of things. So
Right.
that is
Right.
one thing
That's
I've
true.
noticed. Yeah. But being that said, V guitar has a benefit that you can reach to any fret without a moment's delay. So you
Right.
don't have any thing that where your hands might get stuck into. So far it's doing good for me, and I'm happy with this.
Great. So we have a question by our friend here, Vastav. Are you planning of buying a new guitar?
Oh yes, of course.
Of course. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and maybe we can, or maybe you can just play us a couple of your favorite stuffs. Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
I think after lockdown, when the shows are back and everything is fine, I think a lot of the guitarists, band members of the bands would come up with new guitars in their hands. It'll be cool to watch what they can
Yeah,
do
it
with the
looks like.
new beast.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you're also planning to get one new one, right?
I'm planning to get a new one. I'm definitely going to post it on Instagram when I'm having it.
Yeah, you will sure will do. I know. So
Hi, Pompati.
that's good thing. Hello
Right.
everyone. Okay, so I have one thing in my mind. This is a solo piece from the material which we are having in this coming up album. So the people over the group, people here who are watching us, we are working on a first album. So this is going to come out, I don't know when, but maybe after this Corona scene very soon. So here's a song that is Infected. I've made a small solo out of it. So let's see how it goes. It's audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Something like this.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is from our next song, I mean, the new upcoming album from the song Infected. And
Cool.
I may be able to
I've
play
heard
one
this
more
one.
from. Yeah, you certainly have.
Yes.
Okay.
Killer.
So there's another one from Black Devil. There's a
Black Devil.
song.
All right, let's go.
This is again from our first album, which is going to come up real soon. So let me try my hands on this. Again, I forgot this one. All right, yeah, I got the note. So this is from Black Devil. I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please wait for our album.
All right. Kumar Sasang says, yeah. And John says, oh, yeah. Kumar Sasang is my roommate, guys. He's in the next room.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, well, I have to say this, that back in the time when I first came to Bangalore and I met you, and you were into Nirvana and Bryan Adams, a little bit of this and that, not too much into the thrashier or heavier side, though you were listening to
Metallica a bit, yeah.
Yes, and there was this time when that Silver Suitcase phase happened. We used to do Pink Floyd, and we used to do California, and that's how all these little things kind of let's call it elements. They got together, and then one day this thing happened that we were listening to Metallica, I guess Kill 'Em All album once again. You and I were in the kitchen, cutting vegetables maybe, and you actually went to the desktop and put on a list, put on a playlist actually, and then we were just busy in the kitchen and listening to the songs from Kill 'Em All, and I
think it was Hit the Lights that hit you really
hard. Hit
hard.
the Lights that really hit me. I'm like, damn, this is something, man. Come on, like, is this a different band? Man, come on, this is Metallica, bro. Man, wow. And that's when it started, and looking at all of these things, and then we created this band, GOTHMIQ, and initially you were like the rhythm guitarist in the band, but eventually what happened was, since you were progressing, I mean, you didn't just stick into just being a rhythm guitarist. You tried your hands on solos as well, and guys, check out the first album when it's out, and you'll see what Shaun is blazing on. All right, that's all I'll say. He's a sick guitarist.
That's why I learned soloing.
Thanks, cool. Right, so moving ahead. tell us about what's running through your head while you're composing.
Composing. Uh, there's not a particular way to that or a scale or something that I measure and apply to it while composing or something. But then it follows the general basic idea of revolving around one particular topic, or you take something that is hitting you hard, and sometimes it's the inside push that it's been a long time you haven't composed something. Go for something, explore yourself, and that's one kind of thing. So composing, it basically happens in and around an idea in different ways, and every time I compose something, I keep in my mind that it should not be a repetition of what we have done, and even the pattern for that matter. It should be totally different, and at the same time, it should be fun. It should be catching you. It should be pulling your attention. That kind of music. So over the years, you know already that we have discarded so many riffs, so many licks, and so many stuff that we played, but we just discarded it because we thought it wasn't so catchy and stuff. So
Yes.
this is all part and parcel of this entire process. So that is how I do. Apart from that, it basically works around in a way that, as I told, there's an idea in which you create a bass. You create the bass lines. How you do? I mean, bass in this is not typically the bass guitar, but the bass of the entire song. In what way it should progress and stuff. So you try to fit in the elements according to the feel of the music. And then yeah, the final step would be to get approval from all the band members, and then seek their response as well. And then
That's a tough one.
yeah, that's really tough one. I must tell, it's a GOTHMIQ business, insider news. All right, so that's about it. And yeah, so pretty much the same.
Cool. Awesome. So tell us some of your favorite albums, if you want people to, if you could recommend people to listen to a couple of your favorite albums, please, or maybe a couple of your favorite artists.
Artist, if I only say about metal, it might not do justice to it. But then, since this is more about metal oriented, I will try to stick my choices within the metal vicinity. Album, if you say, Kill 'Em All, and then uh, I'm very bad with names. And Show No Mercy.
South of Heaven had a big influence on us, anyways.
Yeah, that definitely had. Show No Mercy as well. And then World Painted Blood. Yeah. And Megadeth albums, the one which is famous. Again, I'm forgetting the name. So, apart from that,
Peace
yeah,
Cells?
Thriller from Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I think you're talking about Peace Cells.
Peace Cells, yes.
Peace Cells.
Where you've got all that, yeah.
Right. Cool. So, tell us about your sound and gears. You showed us your Pod HD 500X. So
and one more band, one more album that was from Exodus. I think it is Atrocity Exhibit A and B. So
right,
that was
yes.
a killer album.
Killer album, yeah.
And then Havoc has one.
Wow, that album was like that album, and
that is massive.
And there was one more album that they came up with, which had a very big influence on me and a lot of my friends. I think that was where this man, I'm forgetting, Blood In Blood Out.
Blood In Blood Out, yes, the recent one.
And that was killer.
Insane. Steve Zetro, he's doing the vocal deepness and he's killing it like anything. Crazy that is. So cool. I think when this Blood In Blood Out was when this Blood In Blood Out was coming out in the market, Sid Slayer 666, who is right now in the chat box, this guy and me, we both used to talk about this in cab and while traveling to office, commuting to office and stuff. So I hope he remembers that.
You mean about Blood In Blood Out?
Yes, Blood In Blood Out. It was a recent album from Guitarist, right? Just a couple of years back.
Yes. Point Blank. Yeah, Point Blank will
Yes,
be in the
Point Blank
album as
is,
well. Yes,
yes.
it'll be there. Cool. So let's go ahead and tell us about how do you see this album thing going on for GOTHMIQ?
Um, well, most of the things in GOTHMIQ takes its own time. So we are probably competing with Slayer on this. So I don't know. We started pretty well when we thought of doing album stuff, and we have also recorded your parts, which is the first guitar part,
Yes.
the rhythm parts we've recorded already, and we are still to do with the solo parts. And my guitar parts, a very small part of my guitars has been completed, but there's a huge load to still to complete, and the next things are going to be impacted very badly by this COVID. So because of that, we are not getting the right equipments while recording. So generally, how it happens is the recording studio will ask us what kind of equipments that we are looking for doing our stuff, recording and all. So the recommendations that we made, they were onto it. They were able to procure that, but due to this COVID and the lockdown, they are not able to get it to the place where we are actually doing the stuff. So that
Right. A
is,
lot of things are stuck. Yeah.
yeah, that's causing a hold. And I would still say that let's take you know this slower pace as of now, because this COVID is affecting other parts of our lives as well.
Right.
So once this is okay, then probably we'll be able to jam up and record the rest of the things in a peaceful environment and
Yes.
much better capacity. So anyways, I hope that it might most probably it might come up by the next year in the first half if everything goes by good.
Cool. So yeah, I hope the same because we guys in the band, we are looking forward to the album as well, right? I guess a lot
Yes,
of friends are as well. So it'll be fun
yes, it's
when it's
high
out.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So let's go ahead and talk about your particular mindset when you're on stage. What do you think about it? What's
Oh,
going on in your head? Yeah. And how
there's
would you
nothing much.
want people to approach that particular thing?
Well, I think people should go with a free mind, but then a focused mind. Free mind in the sense it should be free of tensions and clusters and kind of the panic and the butterflies in your stomach and everything. That's a part. That's a natural part in everybody's life. But then it's on you how good you control it and how good you not let your mind distract from the focus and stick to the plan while you're on stage. And if possible, you have your itinerary, or what is it called, the list of songs, everything. If you have a tendency to forget and stuff, you might want to paste it somewhere and then remember what's going to come up and stick with the plans. Like every time there will be some of the other modifications while you're going on stage, right? So in a setup of a band where you're 3 piece, 4 piece, or 5 piece band, you need to first discuss that what you're going to do on the stage, and if you are okay with doing something extra or little different on the stage than the other times. So those things, and yeah, do a proper sound check before you get on live, and take your full time to find the find the sound that you need while playing on stage, because when you're on stage, when it's the show time, you will not have much time to fiddle around with the music. So whatever you need to do, just do it before the show, whenever you have good time to do a sound check, and I think after that you're pretty good to go ahead.
Right. I think you do not use the amp when you're on stage with that Pod HD 500X, or maybe if you, I mean, previously you had the ME70, Boss
Hmm.
ME70. I think you used to go directly through the DI, right?
Yes, as I said earlier, I'm more of a processor kind of guy as of now,
Yes.
because for me, guitar playing interests me more than thinking much about my sound and equipment and stuff. So earlier I was using ME70, that's Boss ME70, and if you have sound preset already, you might not require a amp or tube amp or anything. If you have a line-in option, You can just jack into line in, and you get the same sound what your processor is expected to give you.
Right, perfect. Awesome. So, would you like to give a little special message to all the rockers out there and beginners out there?
Well, frankly speaking, I still feel myself as a beginner, especially when
So
I
am
see
I.
you playing. No, you are in a great level. For
Come
the
on.
viewers, okay. I've in this past years, I've seen so many guitarists play in front of me. All of them are good, pretty good guitarists in the scene. Okay, but then this guy over here, who am I talking to right now? Eddie. This guy is crazy guitarist. You tell him to pick up any song, any genre, or any level of difficulty. He has his own time, which is lesser than everybody else. I'm sure about it, but he will definitely come up with that song and will play it in front of you. So this guy is exceptionally good with guitars, right?
Thank you.
And no, I mean it. And then message for the young players who wanna
Yes.
do something like this. It would be just don't stress too much about this thing. It will happen when it has to happen. Just give your own sweet time. Um, not many times people are able to, uh, uh, find a good career in guitar or in music scene, or I don't know. So there are two aspects of it: your passion and making money out of passion. So this making money out of passion might compel you to change your music as per the taste of your audience, so that you earn money. But then try to keep it pure, and if you have a good backup, let not the money affect your music. And practice with metronome.
Yeah, practice with metronome or just sleep. Or just sleep with the guitar, maybe. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So we are almost at the end of the show. It was great having
Okay.
you. And
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, we have already crossed almost like 50 minutes probably. And
Hmm. I never
well,
realized.
yeah,
I
we
don't
had a
wear
lot of,
watches also these days because
yeah,
of
they said
COVID.
not to
I've
actually.
lost. How is it?
Cool. Yeah. So, okay, one little question. So how are you dividing your work and your music playing within this frame of 24 hours? And what are you hooked up with these days? Apart from the GOTHMIQ album thing, what are you hooked up with? I mean, when you're holding the guitars.
Uh, well, uh, there was first of all two, three questions asked in a single sentence. So I'll
Right.
try to answer one by one. Um, I have a lovely son, 10 months old, and I miss him. So
Yes.
I give my some time to my family, some time to my music, and some time to my work as well. I am also an IT professional, and 8 to 9 hours of my day are sold out already. So out of that, whatever is remaining, that I try to give it to my family and my music. So off late, I have been able to find very less time for music, but then it doesn't matter. There will be better times when I'll have more time for music. But then it should be a continuous push. I mean, even if it is 5 minutes, you do it. Even if it is 5 hours, you do it. Just don't stop. Keep
Yes.
pushing it. And I totally believe that time management is something that will, that everybody needs to incorporate in their habit. Because um, if you see, all of us in this world have the same 24 hours, but some people are able to make a good use of it. So, ideally, what I'm trying to say is, if you have time, don't spend the time, invest your time, so that the next time, the time will give you benefits.
Right. Very well said. So let's end up this question and answer thing, and let's go ahead and jam a little bit. We can say goodbye
Oh,
to
yeah,
all.
sure.
Right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Come on. A little bit. it's lesser than the previous time. Better. Okay. Did you start it just now? Audible? Oh wow, that's a whole solo. Okay, great.
Whoa! Clips of Domo, Eric Johnson. Come on.
Yeah, trying my hands. Yeah, Black Devil. let's try something. Mm-hmm.
Right,
Right.
so you already played the second half. So I completed with the first one. All right, cool.
Yeah. It was fun. Okay. I don't have a whammy bar. I'm so sorry.
Right. Wow, awesome. Some solid shredding, both of us. Cool.
Thank you.
Well, maybe.
Late, I haven't even practiced so much.
Yeah, I think it's a weekend tomorrow. Maybe we can find a little. Let's sneak in sometime. Actually, John right here in the comment was saying he's the vocalist of our band, guys. He was just saying that let's jam tomorrow or on the weekend. So tomorrow is the weekend. Let's see what happens. Right. So our bassist is here, but he is not actually in Bangalore. He's in his hometown. So, right. This was amazing, brother. It's always nice to jam with you. Like you have been the jam partner for so many years. We grew up together learning, let's say not just grew up, we actually grew up learning and playing metal. And and this is amazing. This is crazy. I mean, so you had to be in the show and wow, cool. I will give you a little time to go ahead and take a look into the comment section. We have some lovely comments right there. And to all the viewers, thank you so much for joining in. This was amazing. Through the Lens, welcome. Journey to Home, hi party, all of you. I'm sorry if I am not able to take everyone's name here. The chats just go up, so it's kind of just difficult. But I really appreciate the time that you guys take it out to.
Moto Monkeys.
Yeah, Arun Bhai Khadris. Right, Inukun. Hi, hey man. Thanks a lot for joining in. It's beautiful. Right.
And my sister, my wife, Madida ji, and my.
Right, we have brother. We have just 25 more seconds. So we have just 25 seconds left before we end this whole thing.
Thank you.
I think we're all done and dusted. So it was an amazing episode. Looking forward for episode 22. Thank you for joining, guys. Good night to all, and good night to you too, brother.
Thank you, and good night to you too, and bye to all the lovely people who have joined.